What's going on, guys? This video is going to be the nickel 335 portion of my defense. Now, this is a fantastic defense that I was actually saving for the ebook. However, it got out and it is pretty much a lock to be patched. So, I'm going to give it to you guys now. Pretty much, this is going to be um, the defensive tackle A-gap portion, and then after that I will get into how to actually blow up the runs, how to stop people from running play action on you, and all that good stuff. So A-gap, main portion of the scheme, we broke this down how to let the computer do it, but the way you turbo blitz is going to be the exact same thing. You're going to base a line, shift the line and the linebackers to the right, crash the defensive line to the left. After this, the defensive tackle that is in this little A gap needs to be moved over one click directly in front of the right guard. And then the way that you turbo blitz is you're going to hold right trigger and left bumper. That's going to turbo online. Now, if you want to practice this and you're sitting here in practice mode, or if you're playing a two-player game offline, you do have to do one additional thing, and that is press the right analog stick down. That's going to show you this little bluff play art, um, but that's how you get to come in offline. So once again, the way that you turbo online, right trigger, left bumper, you just hold both of them down. To do it online, it's right trigger, left bumper, and down on the on the right analog stick. After that, just hike the ball, you'll turbo directly up the gap, get a nice little sack on the quarterback. Now, that is pretty much the scheme that they snatched. They saw that and immediately put it into an ebook. Um, they didn't actually realize and break down how to actually maximize this. So, what you can do is the defensive ends, both of them, and this blitzing linebacker don't need to be blitzing. This can be a one-man rush. So you can take this defensive end, put him in whatever you want. You can literally rush one person with this and do the same concept. You'll see you're going to fly right up the gap, sack the quarterback. So not only can you mix that in, obviously you don't want to do that very frequently because your opponent's going to be running the ball a lot. You get into a situation where your opponent's going to pass a 4th and 14, something crazy, you can definitely do that. You got to be careful though when doing just the one-man rush. So, say you want to keep it a three-man rush. You put defensive end on the left, do it this way. I mean, you can really get creative with how you're going to um, get your guys in there. But that's pretty much it. That's beyond simple. I don't really know how to explain it any better, but you're going to get the A gap. You can do it anywhere from 1 to 3 people. So that's the standard two-man under. So say you want to be in a cover 3, a cover 4, anything along those lines. You can do it out of those coverages. So you're not hell-bent on sitting in a two-man under shell. You could come out in cover 4 drop, do the exact same. Let's see. That was bunch. We'll come out in another random formation. But this is cover 4 right here. Another three-man blitz. Move him over. Right trigger, left bumper, down, and A gap. So you can really get creative, and that's part of the thing that people don't understand. Um, so now that I've shown you that way that you actually do turbo blitz, what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to start hitting you with play action plays. It's just the way of the game. Um, the way that I like to counter play action plays is come out in cover 2, dogs all go, or the trying to think, what's the play called? It's the one with the cornerback blitzing on the left. Three overload press. So pretty much, you want that cornerback blitzing. Now, I don't use nickel LB blitz. I do like that dogs all go instead, because one of the people that I need blitzing is already blitzing. So we're gonna come out in three overload press, um, and then I'll audible out of it. But let's see, bunch. Let me find, where's bunch at? Bunch of good PA post, good passing play. So what you're gonna want to do is you're going to want to base a line, shift the line and linebackers to the right. You're going to blitz the outside linebacker that is on the right. You're going to move him out just a few steps. Now you're going to crash left. Then you're going to zone out the two linebackers right here. So you could get creative with this. You could, do whatever you want coverage-wise. Then you're going to QB contain. Once you QB contain, you want to take this blitzing slot corner, move him out just a couple steps to where his angle changes. And then you're going to want to set up the standard A gap. So you're going to turbo blitz this. Now the turbo blitz is not going to come in. However, either or both of the outside guys will. And that was without a pass commit, keep in mind. So you'll see, by me turboing, I get, in this case, that guy coming free from the right. So I'm going to go ahead. Now we'll go to cover 2. And this is the one I use probably the most. Just going to move this dude out just a couple steps. Move that guy out just a couple steps. Set up the A gap. So it becomes a 5-man rush. But when your opponent does run a play action play, so standard play art right there, you'll see that I get the guy free. Now I had the guy come free from the left as well. However, he tackled Eddie Lacy because I did not pass commit. So once again, that was cover 2. This is going to be dogs all go. You're going to set it up exactly the same. Move this guy out a little bit. Now when you run this, you got to pay attention to where the guy is not guarded. So you just want to make sure you man up whoever's unguarded and then zone out the other linebacker. So you can put him into a yellow, a deep zone. You can really just take away their first at read. Move him out to where his angle changes. Play on the defensive tackle. So once again, standard player. I'm going to pass commit this time. And you'll see that it actually got picked up. It was because I stumbled as the defensive tackle. So try it again. So as you see here, it got pressure. The corner came in at a goofy angle. I need to just move him out slightly. Try this again. So just move him out a couple steps. QB contain. Zone out that guy. Main up that guy. So and once again, decent pressure. I forgot to pass commit there, and the corner ran directly into Lacy. But anyways, you see how the scheme itself actually comes together. So got one last time. This is the cover 2. And you see that you'll get good pressure. it's acting kind of goofy in practice mode. They should come in completely untouched, but practice mode they're coming in and just running directly into tackles. So that's pretty much it for the nickel 335 scheme. Now the last thing I wanted to note and I wanted to hit on is how to actually stop inside zones. Pretty much what you're going to see is you're going to see inside zones, you're going to see play action plays, and that's it. That's the only way to really move the ball on this defense consistently. So if you know your opponent is rushing and they're coming out in an inside zone, let me find one. Um, Apparently, Packers playbook doesn't have very many of them. Let's see, inside. There's an inside zone. So what you're going to want to do, and this is it. You're not blitzing this. This is just a standard coverage defense. But this blitzing linebacker that is on the left, you want to leave him opposite of where the running back is going. So if the running back is on the right, you want this linebacker on the left. After that, you can adjust your coverage how you see fit. I mean, you could do something crazy like this, but you'll see that pretty much the linebacker is going to either come in free or he's going to um, block shed really quick and tackle the running back. So you could do all sorts of stuff coverage-wise. So, I mean, this is just standard deep zones. I'm bluff blitzing them. That's it. And you'll see inside zones pretty much dead. Now, um, if they flip it, go ahead, run it again. All you want to do is you just want to flip the play. You're not telling what you're doing because you can just flip without your guys moving. Um, so if they flip, they're running it left, right, blah, 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 blah. I mean, you can just adjust with them. Now, typically you want to play on the safety opposite the blitzing linebacker. Just in case he gets picked up, you could then shoot in and make the tackle. Now, if they are running, and what's become even more popular recently is out of like the Y trips formations. If they are running one of those, like it actually gets blown up even worse. So simple two-man under again. Let me find it. So Y trips weak, inside zone out of this. Pretty much where they're overloading one side of the field. You'll see in theory. So this is without any adjustments. I just flipped the play to where the linebacker is on the side of the running back. You'll see that he's going to come in untouched and tackle the running back. Very simple. Quick, easy way to lose yards. Now, obviously, you got to make adjustments coverage-wise. Since it is a coverage defense, you're only rushing 2-3 people. But if it's an inside zone, they're dead. 5-6 trap's going to be the exact same thing. If they're, well, I quick hiked myself. But if you get caught, say where the linebacker is blitzing on the opposite side, or not on the opposite side, then it becomes a play with your safety. You really have to make a user play. However, this simple little adjustment by flipping the linebackers is going to pretty much just box inside zone. And there's nowhere you can go. You click on, you hold X, tap X, whatever you want to do with X, get a hit stick, and you'll get fumbles. This is a tactic that Joke recently used, and a lot of people were amazed with his defense, his inside zone defense. And this is something that we've been doing. Like I said, we've been saving it for the ebook, but don't know when that's coming out. Don't know what's going to get patched. So want to get this out to you guys so you can at least have run defense for the next couple weeks until we get the new patch and we can find some more stuff. So that is pretty much it. That is the 335 scheme. Now, if your opponent goes, I'm trying to think of anything else. If your opponent goes under center, that's really the only thing that's going to contain this blitz, the A-gap blitz. If they go under center, what I like to do is I like to simply move out this blitzing linebacker, and I'll kind of bluff blitz which side it's coming from. Um, Now this gives you kind of like a dollar type look, but you'll see that he's gonna pretty much come in untouched. He got tripped up that time, but you're just gonna move him out. And I play around with it. I've run a lot of coverage defenses, um, but you'll see that I'll go back to it, see if I can get it to work. I'm not 100% sure this even works in practice mode, but I do run this quite a bit, and you'll see, well, he got ran into, but don't have a lot of time. Simple little rush. The only other thing that I like to do against under center, see if I can get it to work, is I like to shift everybody to the right like I would, and then I like to crash my defensive line down. So it'll look similar to this, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll move the defensive tackle over, um, but since I'm not coming free on that guy, I tend to just play on whoever's guarding the running back and then lurk. But you'll see that in a lot of cases, you're going to get that A gap blitz directly up the middle by that linebacker. Um, so once again, I'll just go to replay. You'll see that you can pretty much play however you want, and it's going to come in. Um, if they run play action plays, he still tends to come free. I'm going to try to show you that really quick. Let's see. Oh, hell. That was a run. Quick hiked myself again. But let's see one more time. So here's a play action play. We're going to set it up. We're just crashing our defensive line down, moving the defensive tackle over one click. Um, and then that's it. So you'll see, even versus play action, he's going to come in. Nice little blitz. I mean, it's not perfect, but it does do it. It does do a job rather well. Try it one more time. Once practice mode cooperates, move him over. So you'll see, if they run play action from shotgun, it does not come in. So you do got to be aware of that, but it does come in versus under center play action. It comes from under center everything, really. Um, nice little blitz, though. It's complement to the scheme. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoy the 3-3-5 scheme, and we will be breaking down other formations to come.